Peace and Black Power. Welcome to another edition of BABATV Every Time Fire, and it's my absolute privilege and honor to be in the presence of this mighty sister right here, who I've always seen at Brother Sonetta's events. She has a beautiful voice and is a strong spiritual force. Every time I look into her face, if you're not right, she makes me run the other way. Sometimes that's how strong of a spiritual presence that she has, Sister Imani. And I would like for her to talk today to our people about this holistic tower that she has. We were building before I turned the camera on, and health and food is big, very important. Today's very, very, very important to our health.
All right, well, thank you, my brother. Hotep family, peace and blessings. All right, so most of you may have already known that I've been in the healing world of the holistic path, of holistic lifestyle, and I've had the crystals and, gemstones and jewelry. Also, my singing is normally at a lot of our events that are about conscious raising and healing. And I've been working with Queen Afua, Dr. Lalia Africa, Senor Samaj. Those are all my elders. And at this stage, and Dr. Leonard Jeffries, who's actually speaking here today, and now the ancestors have led another opening for me to delve into the world of gardening, nurturing, feeding ourselves, not just our mind, bodies, or our spirits, but actually going down into the cells and nurturing it from a level of, nutrition, which is phytonutrients, micronutrients, macronutrients. Now, I found myself in the springtime, just really seeking to really connect with the energy on a deeper level. I was actually given a vision of a project called the Holistic Harlem Project. And actually that's what this is here, Holistic Harlem. And that's about pulling together all of our healers and practitioners, because many of us are not in our storefronts anymore. I used to be in Mart 125. I used to have a storefront on 7th Avenue and 126th Street in Harlem. But as you know, many of our businesses now have been, just kind of moved out because of all of the price increases and so forth. But I've had the fortune of, the whole path has been about over 20 years. I mean, King Simon and myself go back many years before they started to do the events on this level. But we've been called to do different levels of work, sometimes even more than what you're consciously aware of, and you just have to keep following that spirit. So what it led me to, I was shopping around. I went into the 99-cent store, and I actually picked up all of this gardening material because it was looking like, it could have been a good idea to have us at least doing some gardening, from doing herbs and rosemary and thyme, just from that level, putting our hands in the soil, getting connected with the earth. But little did I know, when I got home that day, I had a phone call from a sister she was looking to book a flight for me, because I do that as well. But she was looking to book a flight for their conference, the Juice Plus conference. And she was the only one that asked me, well, how are you doing this, sister? How do you book? And we got into that conversation, but it led from there to what you see here today. It's what's called the Tower Garden, because this sister actually told me about gardening without soil, gardening inside of your home. She had 16 towers. Her name is Venetia McGee, and she's in Alabama. She's in Mobile, Alabama. So this is not someone that I knew or would have even ran into the street and connected with, but the spirit actually connected her to me, and it was the divine timing, because like I said, that day I came home with $300 worth of gardening materials from the 99-cent store, just following spirit. I don't do gardening, but it was saying we got to get connected with the energy because our food is depleted. I've been vegan for over 20 years now and been eating organic, but there's something missing in our food. There's something that the food is not on a level that, even if you eat here and you go, say, down south, or you go to Jamaica, you know that your fruits and vegetables, when you go to those areas, it's a different energy. You feel full. It's a whole different frequency. The one that we get here in the city is depleted of the nutrients. So anyway, leading to the tower. And no, needless to say, actually, when she gave me more information, I started to do my own research. And this is what's called the tower garden. Now the tower garden is where you can grow local. You can grow your food in your apartment, in your this is urban gardening, okay? Because most of us in the city, or even here in Brooklyn, we may not have a backyard, we may not have a terrace, we don't have access to growing our own food, but this allows us to actually grow right inside of your apartment and or in your kitchen or outdoor, because there's a light that you can actually purchase with this if you're going to do indoor gardening. All right, there's a light that's here. Now, this is all year round, growing all year round, and you can grow up to 20. This is just one component of it, well, 2 compartments of it. Let me see if I have something that actually shows you a little bit better. Okay, so this here may show you a little bit better. That the bottom is the reservoir. It's a 20-gallon tank there, and you pour your either spring water or distilled water. That's the better water that we recommend. And you put your nutrient solution, which is all organic. We put that in the solution, the water there, and then actually you have your seeds, the different seeds that come with the tower, like your lettuce, your cucumbers, eggplants, tomatoes, kale. They give you these seeds when you actually purchase the tower. I'm just pulling out a couple more. All right, it's black Dino kale. And the thing that blew my mind, because I don't do gardening, is when I took the seeds, and it only takes about 4 to 6 little tiny seeds that are smaller than mustard seeds, and just one little batch of 4 seeds planted into what's called a rock wool. You actually put that in these little net pots. I didn't bring that today with me, but pretty much that's how you plant this, right, in the rock wool. And 4 of these seeds will start to grow a whole head of lettuce or a whole kale. And I said, really, nobody should be hungry on this planet, because the Most High already figured it out. Abundance. 4 seeds can make a whole head of lettuce. You get it, right? 4 seeds, and I'm almost tempted to take it out the package, but we'll do that another time. But pretty much, this is abundance of you growing your own fruit, and it gives you a chance to save. The saving on here is phenomenal, because it only grows. It grows within 3 weeks. You start to have your lettuce, you know, your kale, your own vegetables in your own apartment, your own home. And so what it led me to find out is that there's actually, in Harlem, which is where I'm based, there's actually a church. I was doing a holistic Harlem event, and one of the vendors there, Keith, had turned me on to the fact that there's a church in Harlem that actually has 9 of these towers, and that's how they're feeding the community. Every Wednesday and Friday in Harlem, they do their soup kitchen and they do their pantry, and they're able to feed the community from their tower gardens. Okay, so that means that we're able to take care of ourselves, take care of our own, eat on a level where you know that it's organic, you know that it's nutrient rich, you know. And if you were to do the juicing of, say, celery that's grown on the tower as opposed to celery that's store-bought, organic in the store, you'll see that the one that's actually growing on here looks like wheatgrass. That's how rich it is in chlorophyll, as opposed to what looks like a watered-down version from what you're buying in the store. So it's no problem with shopping organic and eating organic, because we aspire to do that. But at the same time, I'm finding that that's a whole political thing as well, organic. Okay, that's a whole nother story, but this is what it opens us up to, that it's great to aspire, because you feel like when you're buying organic, then that means that we're eating a certain quality. But there's a certain manipulation on that as well. So we want to make sure that things are, you know, right in the palm of your hand, right at your own farmer's market, right in your own kitchen. How awesome is that? So what I've been doing now is, like, I've been led to learn more about the company. The company has been around for 25 years. This is their 25th anniversary this year. So they actually have a nutrition line, and the nutrition line is actually called Juice Plus. Okay, so this is the Tower Garden by Juice Plus. And the Juice Plus is about whole food nutrition. That means that the fruits and vegetables and berries are actually vine ripened. That's important. Vine ripened is in season, and when it is in season and vine ripened and picked, then they actually take it through a process where they're in in their process of manufacturing, if you will, putting these capsules together, it's actually preserving the nutrients in them. So the process of putting the because you cannot extract vitamin C from the orange and think that you're getting the whole food nutrition. There's more vitamin C in the rind of an orange or any citrus than there is in the pulp. So in this capsule, you'll get more of your vitamin C requirement because it has the whole food, the whole fruit in there, the seeds, the rind, all of it. All right, because Mother Nature already knows what it needs to take from that whole food, that whole fruit, so that it can take that and turn it into nutrition for the cells. Each cell needs to have its own requirement of nutrition, and so from there it can repair itself, it can rebuild itself, because all of our cells, they rebuild and regenerate themselves, but they have to have the nutrition that it can interpret those codes, so that they can actually go into the DNA, because actually it helps to reconstruct the DNA. If you think you have a family illness because of, oh, my grandma had this or whatever, usually it's because we have the same lifestyle, the same diet. But if you take these particular whole food nutrition, then the cells can actually take that nutrition, the codes, and then repattern itself off of what is its original state. Okay, so when you take just 2 capsules, and this is the just give me an example. This is the orchid blend. So it's a blend of apple, peach, cranberry, oranges, papaya, cherry, pineapple, prunes, dates, and beets. Okay, so this is the capsules, and I want to show you, because you could actually take it as a capsule. You can see that. You could take it as a capsule, or you could actually open the capsule and pour that into your shake or in your juice, your apple juice, your water, or you can just pop it out and actually put it right on in your mouth and eat it straight like that if you want. But what's good about taking it in the capsule form, it actually bypasses the digestive process, and then it can go right into the bloodstream when it goes through, absorbed into the blood. Okay, but that's what I do. I take it sometimes and I just open it up and put it right into, this is almond milk in here, and I just mix it right in, and I'm enjoying that for the day. Now we have it in the form of the capsule, but there's also the form of the, let me just see. We also have the form, I'm just looking, okay, here. Follow your heart. This would be the fruit blend. This is chewables. Okay, and if you look on the back here, it's the same. And this is, we don't have ingredients in terms of chemicals. This is a nutrition label, food label, because it's all food. So the same ingredients that I mentioned in terms of apples, peaches, all the fruits, that's what's here. And this is great for the children. We actually have a child health study. So if you have children between 4 and 18, they can actually get this for free, while the adult orders the capsule. The children get this for free. And then we monitor that they're missing less days in school, that there are less visits to the doctor, that they're actually more alert, because they're actually getting, again, the nutrition that they are needing. All right, so that's the nutrition. This is the vegetable one. So we actually have this. It's like gummies. I call them gummies, but they're really chewables. There's no artificial. I'll show you here. There's no artificial sweeteners in it. There's no artificial colors. There's no hydrogenated oils. There's no safety seal. If someone had more of these than they needed to have, which is only like 4 of these, and I'll give you an example. There's only 4 of these that's required for the adults. I have a toothpick in here already, because usually I do a little sample. See, this is what it looks like. All right. Would you like to try it? All right, so that's just the delicious, right? So that's the fruit, and the vegetable one is just as delicious, because it actually has beets in there, which is sweet. So this is perfect. Anyone that has like diabetes or anything, any kind of condition like that, they can still eat this, because it's diabetic friendly, vegan friendly, all of that. Okay, no sugars, as opposed to like the Flintstones. I hate to call them out, but pretty much these have artificial. In fact, I saw a client the other day, and she mentioned that her doctor told her that she needs to throw the Flintstones away because it was giving her child cavities. All right, so a lot of what's on the market that's supposed to be good for our children and for our families, you really got to pay attention because it's loaded with sugar and stuff. So this is a great alternative, and the thing I said to you is that it allows the children to be on this for free because the company really believes in family health, not just the parents, but really giving, because a lot of times children may not want to eat their vegetables. I know I didn't want to eat it when I was a little girl. I used to think my mom was trying to kill me when she was trying to make me eat all the vegetables. But now I've come to appreciate it. Now I use her juicer. But when I was a little girl, I didn't like vegetables. Okay. Nonetheless, that's the line. There's also shakes. All right. So this is whole nutrition of protein. This again is diabetic friendly. This low glycemic index and all of that. So I have information on my website, which is imani.juiceplus.com or imani.towergarden.com. That's for the Tower Garden. But if you go to either one of those sites, it actually will give you information about the other because they're connected. All right, if you want to zone in, that's the website there. Juiceplus.com tells you all about the whole food nutrition. That's important to know. Whole food. It's not supplements. They're not vitamins. They're actually the whole food. And there's many doctors and all that have actually been recommending this now for their clients because they have been able to, you know, get the benefit for themselves with their own families. So whether they had skin conditions, whether they had, you know, just whatever types of disease, then the body gets itself back into balance because it has the nutrition that it needs. And lots of water. You got to do, you know, a whole lifestyle with that. So it's water, good rest. In fact, we have something coming up called the Shred 10. That's another part that was put together, program put together by one of the doctors, Dr. Mitra Ray. And so that's the Shred 10 program, which we're actually starting one in Harlem tomorrow from the 12th to the 21st, and another one on the December 10th to the and I have the dates on it, yeah. So December 10th to the 19th. But this was the first one coming up, which is where we actually focus on reducing no dairy, no refined sugars. We're really doing a strict, focus in terms of good practices in terms of what we take internally, but we incorporate the Juice Plus trio, the fruits, berries, and the vegetables, and also the protein. Okay, and I didn't mention the bars. We actually have bars too. There's vanilla and the chocolate. And I just love this because it's not, they don't have 1,000 products. They just have the simple product line. That's what they've had for about 25 years. Because when you take this in, then the body doesn't need all of this other stuff. So I love it because now I'm eliminating bit by bit all of my, I'm in fact giving some of them away. I don't need the extra vitamin C stuff because really my body can't use it. Just isolated like that. So I'm into this whole food all the way. I love the integrity of the program and the company. We're actually looking for other people that may be interested in, not just being a customer. Of course, we want customers that will use this in their family and get better health. But I'm actually looking to partner with people who may want to have this in their practice as a chiropractor, the herbalists that have their whole food stores. Uptown, we have the Uptown Juice Bar, actually has their Tower Garden now. There's other, especially vegetarian restaurants, we want to make sure because, they're serving us and charging us the pricing that's kind of high in terms of when we're getting our juice, but we're not necessarily getting the best quality, but they got to keep it on that pricing because they're, getting it from whichever farmer's market, whatever the case may be. But how about when they grow their own in their own restaurant and then we're actually getting the best quality because it's being grown right there where they can monitor the quality of it. It's fresh, it's farm fresh, it's not being shipped and all of that. So help me on this mission. The company has a mission which is Take Healthy Back. It's the healthy living revolution. It's really powerful, and I implore you to come out to the event this next weekend. And if you can't make it there, follow me on Facebook, find me on the internet, call me. My number is 347-746-9749. And I would say this to you. To the utmost. Ghost, heal thyself, 'cause we can heal ourselves and turn this world around as we are healing, as we are healing, as we heal ourselves. Thank you. To our intern.